Welcome to Derry Community Television. My name is Suzanne Robinson, and I'll be your host today on Making a Difference, a show about Derry Village Rotarians at work in our community, country, and world. Today we're going to be talking about a pavilion that the Rotarians are building in our community. I'm here at the Don Ballpark with Eric Bowden-Rader, Parks and Recreation Director. Eric, can you tell us how long the community and your department's been looking to build a pavilion in town?
Sure. Be happy to, Suzanne. Thank you for having me on your show. We've been researching this possibility since around 2009. The crux of it came after we completed the splash pad, and that opened for a first season. This all of a sudden became a summer hotspot, and tons and tons of people kept showing up. And the demand for shade and shelter and designated picnic areas became really evident. So we had tried to put that in our capital improvement plan. And unfortunately, due to budget cuts and restraints that we have incurred over the years, it hasn't been funded by the town. So again, with the Derry Village Rotary Club stepping in and assisting us with this incredible project, it's fulfilling one of our long-term goals and objectives.
Let's talk about this pavilion because it's very exciting. So, how about giving us some specs about it?
Oh, sure, be happy to. The pavilion itself, the structure is going to be 30 by 50 foot. It's going to be an open style pavilion with pavers on the ground, so that'll be awesome for picnic area for folks. It's going to be constructed right on top of the playgrounds itself here at Don Ballpark. It's got a perfect bird's eye view of not only the playgrounds and the splash pad, but also of our main field, which is our game-only field where football games are played, lacrosse games are played, as well as soccer games. So it's going to be an awesome addition that a lot of different folks will be able to make utilization of, whether they're here for the splash pad or the playground or the various sports activities and games that occur here. A lot of folks are going to benefit from this. I can't thank the Derry Village Rotary Club enough on behalf of not only Parks and Recreation, but all of the residents and visitors who come to Derry who make utilization of this park. It is a very, very popular park. Thousands of people come through this park all the time.
I'm here with Kevin Jolliker, owner of Tri-State Window and Siding. He's also a Derry Village Rotarian and the manager on this project. Kevin, can you tell us a little bit about the steps that you went through to get this project started and where we are today in the process?
Once the idea came about, we got a plan. I got an architect involved. We went to the town council, got the approval, and then I got the vendors in town to see if they would help participate, donate some labor, material, whatever we could find. And it's been a great response. Bill Godocki came out here from Interstate Landscaping. He did the excavation for us, all donated. Got the sonotubes dug for us. Then I contacted Benson's, and Grant Benson spent a whole day here with me, flying the trusses up, put the roof system together, putting our columns together.
I think that was the day that we came out and visited with you, or
Yeah.
soon after. I remember seeing that.
And then they donated the siding for the exterior. And it's been a great project. We got Bill Godocki and his crew here today, and a lot of Rotarians helping. We're going to be putting the pavers down, get that all prepared. Steve Dante, Simpson's Painting's been fantastic. Painted the whole exterior for us. Doing the ceiling. He did finish the ceiling yesterday. And today the Rotarians will sand prep the post. So all these columns and the post will be painted for the weekend. So we're making good progress, and the response in town's been fantastic. The donors, it's been a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
And I saw that New Hampshire Signs was here, and the sign was delivered as I arrived.
And hopefully up this afternoon. The Halcyon Club gave us a big donation, which we're grateful for. It made a big difference in putting this together to try to stay within a budget. Yeah, and it's everybody coming together. It's amazing, all the people that supported us here. Even the people coming out using the playground are all excited. The Derry Demons have been here, when it's raining, they've been standing underneath here already trying to use it.
Oh, that's
So
great.
it's been fun. It's been fun to watch.
Do you know if are we looking to have maybe some Boy Scouts build picnic tables, or is
I
the
haven't
rec
got-
department thinking about that?
There's been talk about, I'm not sure who's going to be putting this together, but there is talk about picnic tables and maybe doing some landscaping. So that's all things we got to work out. The main thing was trying to get this up before the weather really affected us.
You've been lucky. You've had
Yeah,
some
we've been very lucky.
beautiful weather. Even today is a beautiful day out here.
We've been very fortunate.
I have Bill Godocki here with me. He's the owner of Interstate Landscape Company. He's also a Derry Village Rotarian. Kevin was just telling us, Bill, that you are in charge of the laying the pavers today and in charge of the Rotarians. What is the
Yeah, so I will
process?
have the whip out today, keeping them all in line. Basically, the process is we've already prepared the base for the pavers. Today we're doing the final screeding of the sand, the bedding layer, and then laying the pavers. We were lucky enough to find the old pavers from the playground area that were purchased when that was built by people who donated.
That was what, 15 years
Oh
ago,
my
maybe?
goodness,
20
at
years
least.
ago?
I think about 20.
So where did you find the
And
pavers?
we had heard a rumor that they were on a pallet around the building somewhere, so we finally dug them out and we've salvaged them, and we're going to use those as an inlay around the whole pavilion area. So all those people that donated to the project 20 years ago are now going to be able to come and see their pavers again that they haven't been able to see for the last 5 or 6 years since the old walkways got ripped up. So that's really
exciting.
cool.
That
It's
is
very
really cool. So how many pavers? Do you know how many pavers they're
Well,
going
there's
to put down today?
1,500 square feet, and there's 3 pavers per square foot, so
Don't
that's
ask me to do the
4,500. 4,500 pavers. So, and every single one of them will be laid individually by hand, so a bit of labor.
But that's a really nice way that the Rotarians can get involved in the project.
Right. It's one of our service projects. We've done so many around town. We've done the Hood Park playground area. We did all the original landscaping at the library many years ago.
Oh, wow.
We did several projects, so this is just one in the long list of many over the years.
Well, I'm sure it's going to be greatly appreciated. Can you give us an idea of when you think it may be done?
Well, depending on how many people show up to help, hopefully at the end of the day on Saturday, we'll have all of the pavers done. And then we'll just have to kind of come back and buff up the edges with some loam and seed and some shrubs. Kevin's talking about maybe getting some shrubs around.
Oh, great.
as
I
well.
was wondering about the landscaping,
Yeah,
if you had that in there yet.
you know, we don't want to make it so that people are going to cut through the planting areas. You know, we want it to be an open pavilion style. So we don't want to do too much, but maybe in the corners, you know, something nice on the corners, just to dress it up a little bit.
That's great. Well, then now's the time to buy all that landscaping. As you know, as a landscaper, everything's half off or more than half off. So
But yeah, that's true.
it's a good time. I have Scott Kingsley here with me. Scott is going to be working on the pavers, laying the pavers today. He is a Derry Village Rotarian. Usually, Scott is dressed as a banker. He's a vice president of commercial lending at Bank of New England. So today he's doing some volunteer work for the community. Scott, can you tell us a little bit about the Derry Village Rotary Club, maybe when it got started and how many members?
Yeah, it was enlarging the Derry Village Rotary. At the time, it was Derry Rotary, and they wanted to expand, so they wanted a breakfast group. So there was a few of the Rotarians that wanted to meet for breakfast. They started meeting for breakfast, and they just started growing from there all the way back to 1989. And we've been growing ever since. I think we're up to like 32 members now, and we have some more new people coming in, and they're from all backgrounds of business. Some entrepreneurs, some work for the school department, some work for themselves, banks, insurance, from all industries.
And where do you meet and when do you meet?
We meet every Tuesday morning. We start at 7. The meetings start at 8 o'clock. People normally get in between 7 and 7:30. We have breakfast at the community center right across the street almost from Derry News. We meet every Tuesday morning. The meetings start at around 7:30. They go till 8:30.
Can anyone just pop in on a meeting?
Anybody can pop in as a guest to any of the meetings that they want.
Great. And if someone wants to get in touch with you,
We do have a website, derryvillagerotary.com. You can go on the website or feel free to call Suzanne.
oh, thanks. I know you also have a Facebook page that's really getting pretty active because I've seen a lot of the posts of the photos.
We do. We're keeping up with the times, Suzanne. We have somebody that's monitoring that all the time, and you can go on that anytime you want.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Thank you for coming out. I'm Kevin Olson, president of the Derry Village Rotary Club. First thing we want to do is thank our sponsors for this beautiful pavilion, along with our fellow Rotarians, Benson's Lumber and Hardware, the Halcyon Club of Derry, Interstate Landscape Company, New Hampshire Signs, Simpson's Painting, and Tri-State Windows and Siding Company. On behalf of the Derry Village Rotary Club and our members, I'd like to dedicate this pavilion to the town of Derry, Derry Parks and Recreation Department, and most importantly, the families of Derry. With that. All right. Now I'll hand it over to Eric Bodenrader, Director of Derry Parks and Rec.
Thank you for the introduction. I can't thank Derry Village Rotary Club enough for such a heartfelt and generous donation. This is a legacy that will last for countless generations of families to come through Derry. It's very important, and I can't thank you enough for that. It's also an important fact that this pavilion is at the Dawn Ballpark. I think that that's very important for a number of reasons. First and foremost, this is our busiest and most used park system in the town of Derry, and I can tell you how many countless folks, from children all the way through senior citizens, will benefit from this particular pavilion. It's outstanding. And I also think that it actually falls in line and is symbolic with the legacy of Don Ball, our former Parks and Recreation Director. He was all about community service and giving back, and I think that this is a perfect spot for this pavilion and also in his name. So I can't thank you enough.
Thank you for watching Derry Community Television's show, Making a Difference, a program about Derry Village Rotarians at work in our community, country, and world.